Hello, children. How are you all? I hope you all are fit and fine and doing your studies regularly. In the last video of this chapter number 5, Lines and Angles, you have done question number 1 to question number 8, and I hope you have completed your homework also. Now in this video we are going to start from question number 9 and we will complete this exercise today. So let's start. Question number 9 is given in the adjoining figure. Is angle 1 is adjacent to angle 2? Children, you can see the figure is given and their angle 1 is adjacent to angle 2. We have to find this, that whether angle 1 or angle 2 are adjacent or not. So let's see how we will find. You can see that the common vertex in this angle 1 and angle 2 is O, and we have learned the properties of adjacent angles, that they should have a common vertex, they should have a common side, and there should be no overlapping of the angle. It means both the angles should be separated. So you can see that here angle 1 and angle 2 are having all these properties. They have a common vertex O, they have a common line OC, and there is no overlapping of angles. So we can say that yes, 1 and 2 are adjacent angles. Now in the second part of the question it is asked, is angle AOC adjacent to angle AOE? Angle AOC means angle AOC, again the angle 1 is adjacent to angle AOE. Angle AO means AOE. It means this complete angle means combined 1 and 2. So children, let's see, are these angles means angle 1 and this complete angle is adjacent or not. So here you can see that angles are overlapping to each other. Now you see this angle 1 is AOC and angle AOE is this complete angle. So they are overlapping each other, hence they are not adjacent. Now in the third part of this question it is asked, do angle COE and angle EOD form a linear pair? So let's see what is angle COE. Angle COE, it means this angle 2, and angle EOD means EOD, it means this complete angle 3 and 4 both. So are they forming a linear pair? So let's see this angle and this complete angle, are they forming a linear pair or not? So from figure you can see the red highlighted line in the figure. This angle 2 is representing angle COE and angle EOD is representing this red highlighted line, which includes 3 and 4 both. So if we see this complete angle, it makes 180 degree. Now see, they have a common vertex, they have a common side also. Okay, OE, this one is common side, and their uncommon side means COD. This black line is the uncommon side and it forms a straight line. It means it makes an angle of 180 degree. So yes, we can say that these angles form a linear pair. Now children, when we do such type of questions, we have to focus on the diagram very much. We have to look it very carefully and understand that which angle it is asked. I hope all these three parts are clear to you. Now in the next fourth part of this question it is asked, are angle BOD and angle DOEA are supplementary? Now see, what is angle BOD here? Angle B is from here BOD. So you can see which angle? This fourth one. And what is angle DOA? So D is here, D, O, A. So this fifth angle, right? So are these fourth and angle 5? Are these two angles are supplementary? So let's see. We can see that from this figure, angle BOD and DOC, angle BOD, this fourth angle, and angle DOC have a common vertex. You see, the common vertex is O, and they have a common side which is OD, and their uncommon side means this side is uncommon, OA and OB. This black line, these are the uncommon side of these angles. It forms a straight line. It means they are making complete 180 degree. So they are forming a linear pair. Now since these angles are linear pair, it means their sum is 180 degree, and if two angles whose sum is coming 180 degree, so we can also say that these angles are supplementary also. So hence angle BOD and angle BOC are supplementary angles. Now the fifth part of this same question is asked, is angle 1 vertically opposite to angle 4? Now you might have remembered the concept of vertically opposite angle. Vertically opposite angle when two lines crossed each other, so the angle thus formed are equal. So where is angle 1? Angle 1 is this and angle 4 is this. Are these angles vertically opposite to each other? We can see from this figure clearly, yes, that these two lines AB and CD, they are intersecting, and the angle thus formed is angle 1, angle 4, angle 2 plus 3 and angle 5. These angles are vertically opposite to each other, right? So let's see, angle 4 and angle 1 have a common vertex here, O, and they are opposite to each other. So hence we can say clearly that angle 1 and angle 4 are vertically opposite to each other. Now in the sixth part of the question, it is asked, what is the vertically opposite angle of angle 5? Now you can see where is angle 5? This one. So what will be the vertically opposite angle of this? This one. Now here you can see we have two angles, angle 2 and angle 3. So which one is vertically opposite to angle 5? Angle 2 or angle 3? So let's see. Here two intersecting lines are AB and CD. We can see AB and CD, these are two intersecting lines, and when the lines intersect, the angles are formed. And which angles are there? Angle 5 and this angle 2, 3. Yes children, 2 and 3. Both these angles is vertically opposite to angle 5. Now the angle vertically opposite to angle 5 is BOC. So which angle is vertically opposite? Angle 2 plus angle 3. Whatever their measure is, angle, or we can say angle BOC is vertically opposite to angle 5. I hope this one is clear to you. Now the next question is indicate which pair of angles are vertically opposite angle. Now you see in the figure there are the lines intersecting to each other. Which are these lines? Yes, we can see AD and BE, or you can say EB. These two lines are intersecting to each other. When these two lines are intersecting, so obviously they are making some vertically opposite angles. So we have to name those vertically opposite angles. So let's see. Now here I have highlighted those vertically opposite angles, also the lines which are intersecting. So you can see the black highlighted one lines are the intersecting line. As I told you, AD and EB, these are the intersecting lines, and when these lines are intersecting, these highlighted angles means angle 1 and angle 4 are vertically opposite to each other. It is clearly shown. Now also you can see that when these two lines are intersecting, there is one more pair of angle are vertically opposite angle, which is angle 5 and angle 2 plus 3, this complete angle. So we can say angle 5 and angle 2 plus 3 are vertically opposite angle. So in all, how many pairs we have? We have two pair of vertically opposite angle. First is angle 1 and angle 4, and angle 5 and angle 2 plus 3 are vertically opposite angle. Children, these are the most important questions of this chapter. You should clearly understand it. If any doubt, you can ask me. Now the next part of this question is linear pair angles. So from this diagram we have to find what are the linear pair angles in this figure. So let's see. First linear pair you can see here, angle 1 and angle 5. As the figure is given, this black line is showing the straight line EB. Yes, and when the angle formed on a straight line means angle 5 plus angle 1, they will give you the sum of 180 degree, and we know that they have a common vertex, they have a common side, and also they have their non-common sides are the opposite to each other, and they are making the straight line. So hence they are linear pair angles. These are the properties of linear pair angles, and we should remember it. Now in the figure you can also see there are more pair which is linear. Now we see here that angle 4 and this complete angle 2 plus 3, right? These are also making a linear pair. Yes. So we have angle 4 and also 5 is also making a linear pair. Here this is a straight line, and 4 and 5, this is also making a linear pair because they have this common vertex, they have this common side, and their non-common sides are opposite to each other. They are making an angle of 180 degree also. So children, in all we have three linear pair. Number 1 is angle 1 and angle 5. This one you have seen. Then number 2 we have angle 4 and angle 2 plus angle 3. And the third one is angle 4 and angle 5. So these are in all three linear pair angles we can see from this figure, right? Now the next question, question number 11. In this question it is asked that in the following figure angle 1 is adjacent to angle 2, and if it is not adjacent then we have to give reason. Okay, so you can see from the figure that where is angle 1? This is angle 1 and this is angle 2. Are these two angles adjacent? Now let us see. So obviously children, these angles are not adjacent, and the most common point for adjacent angle is they should have a common vertex. And you can see in the figure that angle 1 have a vertex is this point B, and angle 2 have a vertex point C. So these both are having a different vertex, they don't have a common vertex. So here only it doesn't satisfy the property of adjacent angle. So we can say the angles do not have a common vertex, so angle 1 is not adjacent to angle 2. Now we have question number 12, and it is the most important question of this chapter. So let us understand this question carefully. In first part of the question it is given, find the values of the angle x and y and z in each of the following. It means you have two parts given in this question. So first one we will solve first. Here you have to find, you can see x, y and z. The angles are showing here, and we need to find what will be the measure of this angle. You have to find the value of these x, y and z. So let's start. Now just look at this picture carefully. You can see there are two lines intersecting each other. Which one those lines? Those lines are AC and BD or DB. Now when these two lines are intersecting, they have some angles formed. So this angle is already given 55 degree and the another angle opposite to this 55 degree is x. So here we can clearly find the value of x because we know when two lines intersecting, the vertically opposite angles are equal. So if it is opposite angle is 55, so definitely angle x will also be 55 because they are vertically opposite angles. So from here we have found the value of x, which is 55 degree. Now in the next part we will see how we will find angle y. So you can see that BD is a line. This is a straight line and the two angles on this line is angle y and angle 55. So children, if we add these two angles means angle AOD and angle AOB means y and plus 55 degree. So the sum will be 180 degree because these are the linear pair angles. So the sum will be 180 degree. Here we can find the value of y. Y will be equals to 180 minus 55 degree. So what will be the value of y comes? Here y will come 125 degree. So now we have found x 55 degree and y 125 degree. Now you might have understood what will be the value of z. Yes, the z will also be 125 degree. Because angle y and z are vertically opposite angle, angle AOB, that is angle AOB means angle y and angle COD, it means angle z. They are equal. So if the value of y is 125, so angle value of z will also be 125 degree. So we have found all the three angles. X equals to 55, y is equals to 125 and angle z is also 125 degree. Now the second part of question number 12 is find the value of angles x, y and z. So let's see how we will find the values. First we will see that the two lines, the highlighted lines in the black color is AD and EC. And they are intersecting. The lines are intersecting, and when lines are intersecting, the angles thus formed are vertically opposite angles and they are equal to each other. So if this value is given 40 degrees, so vertically opposite angle of this 40 is z. It means the value of z is also 40 degree. Now from here we have found the value of z. Now we will find the other values x and y. Now here you can see that AD is a line, this one, and we have 40 degree and angle y are making a linear pair angles, right? Because here they both have a common vertex, they have a common side and their non-common sides are opposite rays and making an angle of, they combinedly making an angle of 180 degree. So we can write that y plus 40 degree is equals to 180 degree and y will equals to 180 minus 40. This 40 will come this side, it will become minus, and y will be equals to 140 degree. So what is the value of y here? 140 degree. Now only remaining angle x. So let's see how we will find this. Now you can see from the figure that line AD and CE are intersecting each other, and they are intersecting and they are making some angles. So angle y and this angle x plus 25, this complete angle, the red line highlighted angle, you can see is vertically opposite to angle y, this one. So we can write that x plus 25 degree, this complete angle will be equals to angle y. And what is the value of angle y? 140 degree. So we can write that 140 degree is equals to x plus 25 degree. Now from here, from this equation, we can find the value of x. So x will be 140 degree minus 25 degree. So what will be the value of x come? X will be equals to 115 degree. Yes. So 115 is the value of x. So this question is quite good and important also. We have found all the three values. X is 115, y is 140 and z is 40. Now we will move to the next question. The next question is question number 13. Fill in the blanks. So I have written here answers for you. Let's read it quickly. If two angles are complementary, then the sum of their measure is 90 degree. Yes, we know that the complementary angles are there, their sum is 90 degree. And if two angles are supplementary, then their sum of the measure is 180 degree. Supplementary angles have a measure of 180 degree. Now the third one is two angles forming a linear pair are supplementary. Why? Because we have seen that linear pair angle means they are making a straight line. Their non-common sides are making a straight line and their sum is 180 degree. And we know that when the two angles, their measure is 180 degree, then the angles are also called supplementary angles. So we can say that if two angles forming a linear pair, they are also supplementary. The fourth one is if two adjacent angles are supplementary, they form a linear pair. Yes, if two angles are adjacent to each other and they are making a 180 degree sum, then they are also called a linear pair angle. If two lines intersect at a point, then the vertically opposite angles are equal. If the two lines intersecting, as you have seen, then the vertically opposite angles are always equal. If two lines intersect at a point and if one pair of vertically opposite angles are acute, then the other pair of vertically opposite angles are obtuse angles. So if two lines are intersecting at a point, then one pair is acute and the other pair will always be an obtuse angle. So this is your fill in the blanks, question number 13. Now we will do question number 14. Number 14 is, in the adjoining figure, name the following pair of angles. So we have to give the name of the following pair of the angles. So the first one is obtuse but vertically opposite angles. We have to name obtuse angles but they should be vertically opposite. So from this figure you can see that there is two lines which are intersecting, that is AC and line BD, and if the lines are intersecting they form some angles. So here we can see this red one highlighted angle, that is angle AOD, and the angle BOC are vertically opposite angles. And you can also notice here that this complete angle is more than 90 degree. You can see this is an obtuse angle and this is also an obtuse angle. So we have the pair of obtuse vertically opposite angles, which is angle AOD and angle BOC. Now the second one is asked adjacent complementary angle. It means the angle should be adjacent as well as they should be complementary. So let's see. Here in the picture you can see that this angle, that is angle AOE, this red highlighted one, and angle BOA, this one. Both the angles are adjacent because they have this common vertex O, they have the common side OA, and there is no overlapping of the angles. The angles are separate. And also when we add these two angles, we are getting exactly 90 degree. It means these angles are adjacent as well as these are making an angle of 90 degree. The sum of the measure is 90 degree. So they are complementary also. Now the third one, we have to find equal and supplementary angle. It means the angle should be equal as well as they should be supplementary. So let's see. Here you can see that these two angles, that angle EOD and angle BOE, this one, this 90 degree you can see perpendicular. So this angle and this angle means angle EOD and angle EOB, or you can also call BOE. They are both of 90 degree and hence they are equal, the same measure. And if we add these two angles, this 90 degree and this 90 degree, we will get the complete 180 degree angle. So their sum is also 180 degree. So we have equal also and the supplementary angle also. So angle BOE and angle EOD are equal and supplementary angles. Now the fourth one is unequal but supplementary angles. Now we have to find unequal angles and they should be supplementary. So let's see. You can see from the figure that these two highlighted angles, they are unequal. This is obviously greater measure and this is the smaller angle. But when we add these two angles, we will get the sum of 180 degree. So here angle BOC and angle COD are making a linear pair, right? They are making a linear pair, means the sum of their measure is 180 degree. And since the sum of their measure is 180 degree, so they are supplementary angles. And also you can see they are not equal in measure. This angle COD is smaller than angle BOC. So hence they are unequal but supplementary angles. Now we have the fifth one in this question, adjacent angles that do not form a linear pair. It means we have to find adjacent angles but their sum is not 180 degree and they are not making a linear pair. So let's see which are those angles. So in the picture you can see angle EOA, this one, and angle AOB, this one. These both angles are adjacent angles but they are not making a linear pair, right? Linear pair means they are non-common sides, means this side and this side are not opposite to each other. They are not forming a straight line and also their sum is not equals to 180 degree. Hence these two angles are adjacent but they do not form a linear pair. Also you can see here that this angle AOE and EOD, these both the angles, the highlighted one, are also adjacent because they have a common vertex O, they have a common side OE and they are not overlapping to each other. So they are adjacent, but as you can see their non-common side, this side and this side, OD and OA, are not exactly opposite to each other and they are not forming a straight line, the non-common side. So hence these are also not a linear pair. Now again in this also you can see that one more pair we have which are adjacents but they are not forming a linear pair. So you see from the figure E, O and D. These two angles, this angle and DOC, this angle, they are also adjacent. They are having common vertex, common side and not overlapping, but they are not making a linear pair because their non-common sides are not opposite to each other. So in all we have seen that there are three pair of adjacent angles who are not forming a linear pair. So Here children, we have finished our exercise 5.1 and I hope you have understood all the questions of this exercise clearly. Now you are requested to note down all these questions in your maths fair copy and also practice it at home. So in the next video of this chapter, we are going to learn the pair of lines and checking for parallel lines, the remaining two topics of the chapter. So till then, stay safe and take care of yourself.